Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and Nancy Pelosi has done it again. She has called into question her cognitive abilities to serve in any capacity in the House of Representatives. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. Nancy Pelosi was giving an interview on MSNBC, and what she said really raised a lot of flags in regards to the Israel versus Hamas situation. And it left a lot of people wondering, has Nancy missed the plot here? Is it just over for her? Is it time for her to retire? Because what she said definitely angered a lot of the Jewish community, but it also angered a lot of people who just have common sense, right? And I think what Pelosi did here was show us kind of the weak-kneed reaction that Democrats have for things, and it's the reason we don't trust them with our national security. So she, again, speaking on MSNBC, which is very, I want to say their hosts are a lot more sympathetic to the Palestinian cause than perhaps Fox News or even CNN. And so Nancy knows how to play to her audience. Let's take a look.
I want to ask about one of the things, one of the pressing reasons there's a government shutdown that will happen. And obviously, as the president announced in that primetime speech, aid, right? An aid package to Ukraine and to Israel. Those are the pressing concerns for a policy agenda. I want to ask about the Israel portion of that, because we've talked about some of the internal factions in the Republican Party. And in the Democratic Party, I think there's widespread consensus and support for that aid package, but there are about 24 members who are now calling for a ceasefire and sponsoring a resolution, concerned about escalation and what it would mean both at a humanitarian and strategic level. I wonder if you are having intra-caucus conversations about those concerns, if you share those concerns, and where you think the party goes next on this, the next step in this very, very difficult situation.
Well, first, let me just say that our priority right now is to get the hostages freed. I thought that what Secretary Blinken said today at the United Nations, calling for humanitarian pause in the military action so that we can try to find a more peaceful path, and especially right away to get more hostages freed. Not just American, although that's our responsibility, but all the hostages freed. The ceasefire, I think the humanitarian pause is the appropriate way to go. Look, what Hamas did was barbaric in Israel. It was barbaric. It was outside the circle of civilized human behavior. And if it happened to your family, you would want justice. I'm not talking about revenge. I want I'm saying justice. So there has to be some other place we go instead of just saying, let's have a ceasefire. I mean, we had a ceasefire in May. That was broken by Hamas on October 7th. So let's remember that. But there may be a few votes in our caucus who may not support the package, but I think by and large it will be overwhelmingly supported. We just have to get a speaker on the Republican side. They won. They've got the confidence of the American people. Now they should show they're worthy of that confidence by at least electing a leader, a speaker, so that we can conduct the business of Congress. And that includes coming forth with this package and then keeping government open after that. But to your point, I think there may be a few votes from against, and some of those votes have been vocal, but overwhelmingly there will be support for it.
Well, yes,
in
you're
the
right.
Democratic side.
The order of operations here requires a Speaker of the House before any of that can happen, at least as the rules are currently constituted, though who knows what tomorrow will bring. Congresswoman and Speaker Emerita Nancy Pelosi, always a pleasure to have you on. Thank you, man.
Now imagine if somebody told us after 9/11, don't go for revenge, just go for justice. And I understand, vengeance is mine, says the Lord. I understand that, but there is a human desire for revenge. And I think to tell the Israelis to not want revenge at this point, even if they don't, even if cooler heads prevail and they don't seek revenge, to not want it is not a human reaction. It's a reaction we should all aspire to, right? Not want vengeance. But it's not very common. And I think the Israeli people are looking for a pound of flesh here, and I don't blame them. But at the very least, you have to take out Hamas. You have to finish them off. It's better for the Israelis. It's better for the Palestinian people. It's better for the entire Mideast to get rid of a terrorist organization. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is it time for Nancy to retire? Let me know. Also, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Those things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. I'm Carmine Sabia. This is Explain America. We love you guys. God bless you. Take care, everybody.